I have an ice cream.
Potato!
Let's go.
Potato, ice cream, haggis, let's go.
Oh, potato
Oh,
ice cream. That sounds
Ice
good.
no, that's just too
Haggis
far
ice
out.
cream,
I'll
yeah.
have you know that's disgusting.
Alright, okay. So, yeah, Halldamir poked Dwarven. Well,
Yep,
we don't know his name yet, so.
The dwarf stirs.
Halldamir says, "Are you okay?"
His eyes flit open and looks around. What? Where am I?
In a
Oh.
tent.
Yes, I can see that. Thank you. But who in the All-Father's name are you?
Halldamir wrong, dear. Paladin of the Order of the Rune.
An explosion
he seems
echoes
very
outside.
Woo!
Don't mind that.
He looks surprised. Order of the Rune? Here? What?
Yes. We're looking for one with the rune. But upon arriving at Winterhaven, we decided that we would help the people of the town in a few of their problems.
Oh. He looks down at his ropes. Could you untie me?
Of course I can. Halldamir takes his axe that he still has and cuts the ropes.
Sure. Well, the dwarf gets up and shakes his legs and arms a bit. Oh, that was much better. Well, Dovin Stowell, at your service. He bows.
Nice to meet you. Halldamir tilts his head slightly as a nod.
Dovin looks over to Athena behind. And to you, fair lady. And he bows. So, why are you here, more precisely?
We discovered that there was some troubling things going on in a dragon graveyard for which we are standing in at the moment. And upon arriving, we were ambushed, and then we found you.
He nods. Yes, well, this was my camp until these other people showed up and basically took it over for me.
And your men?
Dead, I assume.
Why keep you alive?
Well, you see, I do know a thing or two about the local history of the area, and, well, I maybe kept me alive for knowledge purposes. He shrugs. They didn't talk much, I gotta say.
Well, I don't expect them to. What? Do you have any idea who they were?
Well, seems to think they talked about a ritual that is apparently taking place.
Did they say where?
Well, that is just the thing. They talked about. He seems to think. Let's see. What did I say? It's a bit of a. It's a bit of a jumble. You see. After all, it's it's been knocked out for most of it.
By all means, take your time.
He seems to think.
Getting the licorice out your teeth.
Yeah, basically. Where I'm, showing on licorice, the NPCs need to think a bit. It says they seem to me to belong to a cult of orcas. Honestly, it's
Yes,
bad.
that is true. There was also
They brought with them a statue that they buried in the middle of the skeleton that I had dug up, and they had started preparing for some sort of ritual. My guess is that they tried to raise it. I am not sure, however, as I was bound and gagged in here most of the time.
that was my guess for what they were trying as well. Though they are gone, the idol was destroyed and the skeleton is scattered.
That is good news. That idol, for what I saw of it, I guess would be that it is merely a part of a larger set. If all idols were used or brought together, they intensify each other's power, so you can be used as links and outlets of power. By capturing and destroying that idol, he sort of motions over to the explosions, You have delayed whatever ritual they are preparing for, but I don't think you have prevented it.
So they could be coming back. Are there any more dragon sites in the area?
He shakes his head. I do not believe so. The cult. I did think it was died out by now, but it actually has a rather long history in the area, you see.
Ah, you know of the cult. Where? What can you tell us about them?
Well, he strokes his beard. About 200 years ago, this entire region south of the Cairngorms was a stronghold of the cult. They deliberately tried to create a gap between this world and another realm called the Shadowfell. Although it is not inherently evil, the Shadowfell is fraught with dangers. And through the gap between the worlds, the cult brought forth skeletons, zombies, and even fouler things. In those days, fortunately, the Iron Wrath was still strong, and the presence was quite profound as well. The Imperial Legion was sent out to quell the threat. They destroyed the undead, sealed the rift, and built a keep to keep watch over its location and contain the threat. Today, though, that keep lies in ruins. I came here merely to study history, but now I fear that the cult has returned. And from what I have heard, and from that statue that you are so now destroying, I would guess that they seek to reopen the gap between the worlds again. And if that were to happen, without the Empire to respond, he sort of shudders.
It is a good thing that we are here. In which case, they must have a headquarters. This can't be where they're all camped. Too few of them. So possibly they've held themselves up in the ruins of the old keep.
It would be logical, close to the site.
In which case, where would we find it?
Dovenstall smiles. Unfortunately, I am friends with a wizard in Winterhaven. He has old maps of the area. With that, it should be easy enough to find the keep.
Ah, you're who we've been looking for as well. Good. 2 birds, 1 stone.
He told us to try tracking down a friend of his that went searching.
Hmm.
He was worried because
Truthfully.
they had not returned.
Mm-hmm. I have a mouthful of liquor. Hang on.
And we found you. Huzzah!
What?
Has a bee stung your tongue?
No, it's like chewing tobacco or something.
Chewing tobacco.
So, where did you find tobacco from in this place?
On the ground over there.
Oh, that's not tobacco. Oh. He says,
Goddamn drakes!
yep. Damn it. Well,
I told them to use the paper up or down in the corner.
up in the old druid burial site. I didn't use that paper. No.
Too late now. Might as well keep chewing.
So, precis. Already got this far. I mean, I'm gonna see this through. Right, so he says, "Well," looks around the whatever ritual they are preparing. What I do know of the cult of Orcus is that most of the rituals revolve around practices of human sacrifice, but these sacrifices are not merely about death. They are about the collection and distribution of the victim's blood. Cult rituals often revolve around filling a skull with blood, drinking it, and then filling it again for Orcus and pouring it over the idol. Well, if these cultists are trying to reopen the portal to the Shadowfell... Oh, god damn it, wasp. Ah!
This dwarf is very easily destructible.
You know, this wasp is very in my
Oh,
face.
yeah, Shadowfell keep. Oh, there's tobacco over there.
Ah, it's a wasp! He might be slightly unhinged.
Slightly.
Well, if the cultists are trying to reopen the portal to the Shadowfell, then they must be attempting to tap into the ancient magic that first created the gap between the worlds. There will be quite the amount of sacrifice of blood to an idol of Orcus, I'm sure. the question that bothers me is where do they get all of these sacrifices?
Winter Haven. Possibly.
It's
It's the only real...
the only populated area. Populated place in the area.
Yes, that seems likely. I have heard of the farmers disappearing from the outlying farms as well.
How many people would they need?
Yeah, quite the amount, I'm guessing. Maybe they require maybe they plan on sacrificing most of Winterhaven.
We should probably get back.
Yes, we definitely should.
I
I mean,
fear
Yes.
The signs
we
already
should.
showing there's been one undead already in the town.
if there's spies, there could be soldiers hiding in Winterhaven. The whole town could be in trouble.
He nods. Yes, we should return rather immediately, I think.
Right, we've looked around, so I think we should get on our horses and be off.
All right.
We have horses? Alright, we have horses.
Yeah, we have horses, man.
But he doesn't.
I mean,
Remember?
if you'd rather Perrin, you could turn into a bear and then he can ride your horse.
Yeah, bears
I
can
could
run quite
turn
quickly.
into a bear and ride the horse.
Bear is a medium-sized creature, and the horse is a large size, so...
That'd be the weird.
I don't think the horse will.
Hang on, so does that mean that a bear can ride a horse and the horse can ride a dragon?
Yes.
Yes.
And a halfling can ride the bear.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, halfling could ride the bear. Good.
Dragon could ride a bigger dragon.
And that dragon rides a killer whale.
Or blue whale.
So, do we take the skull?
We should
You
really.
basically just
Yeah.
described the original description of Bahamut. You know that.
Yep.
It's like a whale with an angel on top of a world, on top of a shell, on top of a such and such.
Yeah. And anyway, if you can find the skull, you can take it.
Yeah, it's blown away by Perrin.
I thought we picked it
Baron
up.
would have made sure to keep the skull somewhere
Yeah,
visible so you can take it and sell it to the wizard.
Well,
because-
I think we picked it up before he did the whole windy, blowy, blow. Sure, we picked it up before that. So
You have a dragon skull.
okay, we have the dragon skull. Good. All right. So we are off.
All right.
Dun da da
Driving
da.
back to town. Where would town be?
You can copy your tokens and replace them all on the Nantel map with.
I don't actually have to because I took no damage.
Oh goodness gracious!
And I didn't use any dailies, so...
Back to the Knight's Vale.
Yep. No, of course you need to replace your token because you got hurt quite a bit. You're missing some surges.
I
Yeah.
also have my additional defenses.
Yes.
And now I am slightly less damaging for poison.
There we go.
Oh my god, your will save finally meets mine. This is bad.
Oh, we should have given that amulet to one of the dwarfs so we can drink more.
Yeah.
I know it raises their fortitude, but I don't think it makes them allowed to drink more.
Well, it's basically resistance against poison and alcohol is...
It's poison. All right, on the road.
It doesn't help in your saves though.
Yeah, but we have +5 to save anyway.
I don't think that's quite how poison works if you willingly ingest it.
Yeah. Anyway, right. I guess we're riding back to town.
All right.
Clop, 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 clop. Okay.
All right.
Do we get back to town okay?
You arrive back in town. Okay.
Everyone is gone.
Is the town okay?
The town seems to be okay.
Seems to be. Oh, I'm scared now.
Any fires, screams, blood sacrifices?
No, not that you can
Yes,
see.
yes, but other than that, the town seems to be okay.
You know, it really depends on what your term okay means. So, anyway, off to the wizard.
Well, I mean, if you're a follower of Orcus, this is brilliant.
I love this place.
Hello, wizard man. How are you doing today?
Oh,
It's
hello.
like swarming the wizard.
Wizard!
Yeah, well, Duven, you know, it goes up, and they seem to, the Valthrun is very happy to see his friend, and they, you know, shake hands and talk a little bit quickly, and then, you know, Duven motions towards the rest of you, and so they had a few questions about the old keep. I will go and, well, take a bath, I think, he mumbles. Thank you again, nodding towards all of you, and then he sort of disappears away.
Yes, most importantly of all, where can we find that keep? We have reason to believe that there may be followers of the cult of Orcus there, preparing some sort of doom ritual.
And the wizard, strokes his beard and seems very thoughtful. Says, "Well, yes, finding the keep shouldn't be too difficult, honestly. He rummages around, pulls up a very old map that he lays out on a table, and you do notice that yes, there seems to be a keep marked on it, north of town. Roughly a half-day's travel north of town."
Okay.
And frowns at the map. Is there any more information about this keep? Perhaps blueprints, secret entrances?
Well, I can tell you what little I know of it. He stroked his beard. The keep was supposedly built as an outpost of the Empire on the Wrath back in its day. Most likely it was to guard against giant tribes living in the northern reaches of the Stone March. Many such outposts survived the fall of the Empire, but not this keep. Only about 2 short decades after the Empire withdrew its influence from this part of the world, the commander of the garrison, a man by the name of Sir Keegan, apparently began to systematically slaughter every resident in the keep, starting with his wife and infant daughter. It was very dark, a very dark story indeed. Some versions of the tale say that Sir Keegan succeeded, and that everyone in the keep was slaughtered. Many such tales claim that this was a sacrifice to some dark god, and that Sir Keegan now lives in a sickly paradise within another world. He shrugs. Supposedly a reward for his bloody gift of tribute. But since there is, in fact, a story to be told, I suspect the other version of the tale is probably true. That Sir Keegan was too skilled for any single soldier to defeat, but eventually the remaining garrison rallied and organized defense. Although many brave soldiers supposedly died, Sir Keegan was probably slain before his dark work could be completed. Following Sir Keegan's death, the keep became notorious, and the tale grew in the telling, so to speak. The surviving guards scattered, and with the Empire gone, there was no one to put the keep back into service. And so it was abandoned, feared, and eventually more or less forgotten. I doubt most of the people here in town know it actually exists. At some point, during the last century or so, an earthquake, reportedly at least, according to some old documents, collapsed the upper towers and walls. However, rumor do persist that great treasures lies buried beneath the keep. Yet there are few tales of anyone daring to actually explore the ruins and the catacombs beneath it. The popular tale in the area is that old Sir Keegan's ghost still roams the corridors beneath the keep, wailing his grief and rage. But even this tale has faded with time, and the story of the wailing ghost is used often to frighten children here in town. He shrugs. Although the keep is still considered bad luck by those who still suspect it exists, as I said, it is largely forgotten.
Oh, if what we believe is true, then it's bad luck indeed. Perrin frowns and shakes his head.
Well, I guess my friend Uvenstall told you about the rift beneath the keep.
Indeed he did.
Yes, well, it is said that the Empire built the keep and quite the elaborate system of corridors and labyrinths down there to keep the rift safe. And going there might very well be very dangerous.
And you don't happen to have a map of that maze, do you?
He shakes his head. I'm afraid not.
Perhaps if it is such a labyrinth, we should take something to be able to mark our way. Some chalk, perhaps.
I already have some chalk. That's not a worry.
Yeah, I guess I can give you things to draw upon and stuff if you want that.
Yeah, just to mark the walls and...
I do remember an old knight actually showing up several decades ago actually. He seems to stroke his beard. Sir Caliban, I think his name was. He went to the keep and returned quite hurt and brutalized, as I recall it. He died shortly after.
Halldamir will look to his companions. as if to say, well, we're one step closer.
Yeah. Aaron sighs and then looks at his companions. I would suggest we take a rest and then see what we can do about that keep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's as abandoned as people believe it to be. Not anymore, at least.
Yeah.
I'm sure
So
it's
we
not.
should
But-
we head out there tomorrow then?
But first, are you interested in any of these wares? And Halldamir shows him all the things that we got from that chest.
I got
The
some
ancient
things
book.
for sale, stranger.
The book, the dragon's skull, everything like that.
Well, Bathroom the Prescient is prepared to buy all of it for 700 gold.
700
Nice.
gold, yay.
But it's a dragon skull. That should be worth.
Yeah,
At
it
least-
should be worth more.
It is very old and very damaged, I notice.
Can I do a diplomacy check to try and get him to
It's
pay
not
more?
old. It's vintage.
Diplomacy check. Oh my god. Yeah.
I suppose I could go as high as 750.
Ah, you hurt me, wizard. 50 more.
Absolutely not.
We will accept 750.
It's
Fine.
150 gold each.
That's very nice.
You don't need to work it out, sheep. I already did it.
I will just abuse MapTools as my calculator. There we go.
Now we know how much money he has. We can rob him.
And yeah, he says, well, if you're decided to go up to the old keep, be warned. We have all reason to believe that this is quite dangerous up there. We should probably prepare for the journey. And don't forget to withdraw if it is too dangerous.
We know how to handle ourselves, don't you worry.
Of course you do, of course you do.
And Halldamir will bid farewell and
He will say,
Begin
"But well, since you are going the way of the keep, I am obliged to assist in any way I can, I suppose. I do have a small collection of magical trinkets. If any of it are of interest of you, please feel free to buy them from me." He smiles.
So now he becomes the merchant.
yeah. To tell.
Show me your wares.
Yeah, he sells. He can sell you 5 magical items of a. Take a look at the list here.
All of them must be wands, which he never uses.
Only once.
Also sell tomes, which can only be used by wizards.
Yep, it's only wizard shit.
And since it's Player's Handbook 2 stuff, you're not allowed to use it here at all.
Let's see here. He sells magical things, 5 of them, for a maximum of 680 gold pieces each. So that is basically your buy limit from him.
Okay.
So if there's anything any of you want and have the money.
Yep.
Oh.
The magical magic item chapter is on page 228 in Player's Handbook.
Yeah.
And onwards, he has he can sell you basically anything in the list there, from magical weapons to wands and orbs and
Yeah, he can sell +2. He can sell you like a level 2 item. Not +2 item, but a level 2 item. For like weapons, and probably the same for armor.
Yeah.
holy symbols, bonds, whatever you like.
680, that would be up to level 3 items.
Depends
Yes.
on the item, because there was some
Depends
stuff
on-
that's of it.
Yeah, depends on the item, but it's up to a level 3 item.
You could buy everlasting provisions.
Hooray!
Hooray!
It's a bag. It's like a bag of holding, basically. That can hold food. Forever.
Oh, I can't afford the good stuff.
Yeah, I already spent my money, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Unless any of you have money to lend, I suppose.
I'm gonna wait.
Oh no,
until I have
100%
680.
the loading rate.
What do you plan to get, Chip?
Well, I was looking at the Staff of the War Mage, which is 680 gold. I would need 250 more. That's probably way more than any of you are
How
willing
much
to
would it
lend.
actually give you?
It's a normal +1 on attack rolls, and as a free action, a blast or burst effect would have an increased size, which is actually pretty good.
Well, that'd be kind of nice, even for my character. I mean,
Who
Yeah.
who took the dwarven armor from last time?
I have it.
Ah.
Okay.
Rolls.
Ironically, the elf has it.
All right.
Yeah, if you haven't want to use
Tina.
that, we could actually sell it. But yeah,
I think she's using it.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's using it.
all right.
But yeah, an orb, perhaps for the warlock. Hmm.
Warlock used orbs.
The warlock use orbs, I think.
Or a dagger.
Orbs and rods, I think, are the warlock stuff.
You could buy just magic orb for herself, so +1 to hit and damage. Could buy something a bit more powerful.
Yeah, lacking the money for anything bigger, Perrin would like to purchase a magic staff +1.
All right, sure.
Or
So
do I go
fancy.
for armor instead? No, I think the magic staff is better. Screw armor. Who needs armor?
Mhm.
And again,
And you are a melee fighter, so
sometimes. Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Yeah, you know what?
You are
no.
a bear.
No, staff.
Well, you buy a magical staff. It looks like an old tree branch,
Oh, probably is an old tree branch.
but like a little like a fair firelight like hovering around its tip.
I have my spear. I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with mine as well. I'm thinking of a holy symbol.
What, a magic holy symbol?
Yeah.
I mean, how you only have one thing that uses it, remember, so...
Yeah, but that's my daily, and if we're gonna go up against a big bad bossy, which I'm imagining.
That is certainly true, you know, just a reminder, only your daily takes advantage of it right now.
Yeah.
Remember, he also sells like amulets and things like that if you want to boost your defenses.
Yeah, you could buy the amulet of protection.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
could actually be quite
Where
good.
are amulets in the handbook?
Shield, maybe. Hmm?
Uh,
I mean, I can give you the
I was looking at I was trying to find any enchantment for shields, but it
Shield.
doesn't-
It's on page 245.
if anyone wants an amulet of protection, that's 360 gold, it's +1 to fortitude, reflex, and will.
Because shield is an arm slot item.
Okay, yeah.
Does whetstones exist in
Whetstones
Hammock
exist.
one? They do.
But-
I don't see
They
them
have-
in the. thing.
No, since if they don't show up when you click on it, they're not play Hammock one.
Yeah, they're not. Staff. Magic staff. Buy. Bought it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll buy an amulet of protection.
Sure.
You know, I'd like that as well, but I'm kind of broke now, so.
I'm just trying to get my PDF reader to work at the moment. There we go.
Let's see, what would the Warlock want? Something to boost her attack properly.
Yeah.
So do you feel like
Or
a rod,
just-
or would you like to have an orb? Which one matches your character better?
At the moment, she's only got a rod.
Would you like to use an orb in the future, or a rod? Your choice.
Orb. Orb sounds more intellectual.
You say
Well, you
orb?
should.
I mean, there are advantages to both. But you could. Oh god, the Rod of Dark Reward. Whenever you place a Warlock curse upon the
Yeah,
enemy, you
exactly.
get a +1 power bonus to AC to the start of your next turn.
But
Well, that
that's
sounds-
520 gold pieces. I'm not sure
That's
if you
520.
have that much.
I don't think I have that much.
It's a nice,
I-
nice rod, but
Don't have much.
I think the closest I
18
can get is a
reflex
magic
sounds pretty
rod.
nice.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
just
the
go for
closest
one
I can
normal
get is a
magic.
magic rod.
Yeah, no, I can't.
let's get a magic rod then. 360.
Let me make sure this thing works. It does not. That's weird. Should probably equip my implement, shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Just like Tiger was like, duck! Oh god, he's equipping the stuff. Run.
Yes. Run. That works.
Taking it.
Okay.
If it doesn't take advantage, then it's just not set up for it.
It's working now.
Wonderful.
Do we level up too?
No.
Oh.
Heron, duck.
I don't think so, at least. I can take a look.
You know, if we head into the next big chapter, then, you know...
Maybe we should level. Let's take a look. Let's,
I mean, leveling up in 4th edition doesn't take that long, so...
I already know exactly how I'm leveling, but...
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
So do I.
See? Clearly we should level up. Just because we're prepared.
We are very prepared.
so prepared! Oh god! My body is ready.
Magic rod! Ooh.
We can't add an extra... Can we add an extra enchantment to a weapon? I can't afford anything.
You
Just
can
stop.
transfer implant thing if you have that trait.
What?
You can
No.
transfer a value thing to another item
No, I don't.
if you have that feat.
I don't.
There we go, that's it
ritual.
works.
I believe.
That's it working.
Your eye bite has become more deadly.
Well, that was a 19.
I spy with my little eye.
Someone's trying to bite you.
I bite.
Let's see here. You have gained 1880 experience so far this session, which means 376 each. Would that level you up?
Yeah, that does.
Yes.
That
Yep.
does.
Right, then you level up!
Holy
crap!
How much are we supposed to be on then?
650 plus 375 at 1025.
Very, very, very close to hitting that.
Yep.
It was level up.
Yep, you level up, you rescued the Devon Style and killed off the things. Basically, you completed the quest for the wizard. That gave you a lot of bonus experience.
And 1 second, let me just scroll down and change all this then, because I know exactly what I'm adding.
Yeah, so do I. I'm adding it to my notes.
I'm
Ah.
picking quick draw.
Power, I know my power was Shield of Faith, I believe. Yes.
Oh yeah, can you
Yeah,
add...
I wonder about this power action. Does shift provoke attacks of opportunity?
Shifting.
No.
It doesn't?
No.
No.
Shifting is like a 5-foot
Sweet.
step kind of thing.
Then I'm definitely picking tumble.
Yep, Tumble is a good one.
Yeah.
Edit character.
Tumble is a very good one.
I am level 2.
Yeah.
Did we get a feat at level 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do get
yeah, I
one,
forgot this there.
one utility power and 1 feat. Yes.
I can't add any powers, no. No.
Yeah. I can't
Oh, well.
remember what I picked.
I can try. Let's see here. Was Tumble right?
Yep.
Oh, you're being so kind.
I have got the most seemingly quite challenging thing to use. The only utility spell that I can get, yeah, the only one, is Beguiling Tongue,
Interesting.
which is a minor action for a +5 power bonus to my next bluff, diplomacy, or intimidate check during an encounter.
Nice. That sounds not useful
But
at
well,
all.
encounter includes out of combat encounters as well.
I don't see the tumble.
Hang on, I'm working on it.
No, I thought, yeah.
Yeah, Jonas, when you can you put Sacred Circle for my utility?
Take a second.
Oh, and as my feat, I don't know if anyone read the chat while I said it, I'm going linguistics. So
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
I can speak other languages now. So I now have 5 languages. I'm so cool.
Linguist.
There we go. We
Good,
have Tumble.
nice. Nice.
Yes. I want to point something out. Actually, do I need to update?
You get more hit points when
Yep,
you
I've
level
done
up. Yep.
Well, my defenses as well have gone up.
Oh yeah, I need to add
Yeah,
that.
so look at my passive perception now.
I forget to if the framework auto calculates with your level. I think it did, right?
It
It also-
did
it-
auto
It does,
calculate my
yes.
passives.
That's
Uh,
good.
Skills and stuff it will do.
Good.
It doesn't
good.
do defenses in my end, but
Did you pick skill focus?
yes. No, I didn't pick skill focus. I took training. I wasn't trained
So,
in.
Oh,
so it doesn't add to the defenses then?
it hasn't added to any of my abilities or defenses.
I raised my defenses manually.
Then you would a +1 to all your defenses basically.
Yes.
I don't actually have an added character macro.
Do you want me to add
Would
one
you?
for you?
I can give you one I think.
Yeah, DM can do it. It's easier. So I have plus 13 perception now.
It's
My
plus,
eyes see
yeah.
everything.
There we go. I have an added character macro.
Thank you.
Everything!
Oh, need to check to see what I gained.
Hit points, a feat, a utility power, and then +1 to all of your defenses.
John, could you add my power?
Okay.
Or what's your power?
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith.
Oh, did you add mine as well, Jonas? No.
Nope.
Okay.
I need
If,
to-
if I had the ability to create one, I would just do it myself, but, you know, I don't have the button.
Oh yeah, AC goes up too, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking.
Raise all defenses by 1.
Let's see here. Shield of Faith. It is a. It's not an attack power.
It's a daily power, it's a cleric utility 2, standard action, divine
Minor
Boon.
action.
Minor action?
Minor action.
Oh, they changed it.
Yep.
Okay, I'm happy with being a minor action, that's far easier to use.
Also, DDS look at Perrin's passive perception.
Wow, what did you do?
Skill focus.
Why did you go skill focus?
Because that makes sense to me. Don't ask.
I think our perceptions are high enough.
No. It's never high enough.
Like, between us two, our perceptions, our insights are just like, we know everything.
I suppose I could go different feet then. Yeah, sure, let's take something else, because our perceptions are pretty damn good.
Yeah, you already had a good perception as it was anyway. You're gonna have 21, so...
But skill focus. Okay, there we go. 21.
You should have Shield of Faith.
Yep, thank you.
Next.
Sacred. Where do I put it?
Sacred Circle.
Sacred Circle. That's it. Thank you.
I cannot unequip my rapier.
How much does my?
Oh,
H-
yeah.
How do I calculate my HP again? I forget.
It will say it on your character builder.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
not using
to
character
your go to the paladin part of the class chapter and take a look at the big
The big block. Yeah. Yeah.
big block at the first page. There it says how much you gain each level up.
Jesus.
You gain a nice bit.
I do. I do.
The Dwarven Wall. 37 hit points. Actually, my hit points have gone up to what your hit points were.
Why is it?
You didn't raise your maximum as well. You need to raise
No.
both your normal and maximum.
Yeah. That's where I changed that. Oh.
I am actually struggling to find the right
there you
thing
go.
for me to take.
Yeah.
Well, what do your powers do a lot of?
What do you mean,
Uh,
damage-wise?
Yeah, what kind of damage do you do a lot of?
Something that you
Perrin
might... Perrin wants Barkskin. Something you might want to consider for Dolores... Dolores? There we go. Is the distant advantage feat. That gives you combat advantage against things that are flanked by allies.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I was wondering where that went. I couldn't actually find that.
Oh, it's player handbook 2. Oops.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fine. You can take it. That's fine.
I was gonna say,
What-
there's not many things I could take.
What is Dolores' like stats? Wait, I can bring them up. What's your Constitution? 12 was. I was gonna say you could take Dark Fury with bonus on necrotic and psychic powers, but you need 13 con or 13 wisdom. You have neither.
Neither.
Can take mounted combat.
For Perrin, note that bark skin is also a minor action. Has been updated.
Yes, I know.
Good.
That's what makes it so good. Otherwise,
In my case, the +2 to defense versus the encounter is nice to give to people, but it's like when it turns into a minor action, that's just like amazing.
Yeah.
Where can I edit my initiative?
Your initiative gone up?
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be auto calculator, I guess.
No, it's a feat. That
No,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
my
good
initiative isn't.
Then I would guess it's.
Okay, yeah. If you press edit
Epic
character,
properties.
in other, when you press edit character, there's in the other section there's miscellaneous initiative bonus. Right under basic information, so right below where your charisma score is, for example.
Oh yeah.
Edit.
In the
Oh,
basic
nice.
information.
right.
It's a 0
Get it
for
add
me.
though.
I think for me, I just added it in the properties of my token.
I can't use quick shoot for some reason. It comes up with an error when I click quick shoot.
It's because you're shooting too quick for it to register.
Ah. Drop my
That's-
case.
That's interesting. But yeah, do you actually use a quick shape?
Should do.
I say, do you use it? I said, not. Yeah.
Well, I want to see what my modifier is now for everything, just to double check that everything's right.
If not, you can use the edit character macron. I'll look at it that way.
I mean, it does say a modifier for a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
But just also to say, a lot of my abilities just do arcane damage, and only a couple do fire.
Yeah, I wasn't saying fire before though. There's one that gives bonus like necrotic or psychic stuff, so I was like, is that you? But
Which I do neither. So
I thought it was for like
I do. My Curse of the Dark Dream does psychic, but the rest are fire and arcane.
If you had fire, then you could go, I guess, astral fire if you have the charisma or dexterity for it, which is 13.
Yeah, I think if Jonas allows the feat from the player's handbook 2, distant advantage might be the best for you.
That is a nice one.
Because we will hopefully flank a lot of things, considering we have a melee rogue and stuff.
Okay, apparently according to the character builder, there is a few more things that are in the player's handbook that I missed.
But yeah.
Ethereal Stride, you can teleport 3 squares as a move action, and I gain +2 power bonus to all defenses until the end of my next turn.
Wow.
As
That's
a
a
move
feat?
action. That's not my feat, that's a power choice.
Oh, power, okay.
What power is that? Do you want that? Because then I import it.
Yes, Ethereal Stride.
Ethereal Stride.
Great, because, Draws doesn't teleport enough.
Yes. I had a friend who played a Fey Warlock, and that's basically all he did.
Teleport.
Bam, 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 bam,
And
bam,
Jonas,
bam, bam, bam,
this is when you make your Fey Warlock and Ladrin.
Yes.
There's
Exactly.
even more teleporting.
All the teleportation.
I mean, teleporting is kind of a cool thing. The fact that you can do it basically constantly is just fun. You keep me in prison, fine, I teleport through the bars.
Oh wait, that feat is bad, but two. Don't want that.
Oh, Dolores has the thing.
Well, I'm just trying to find the right feat now.
Is there any skills you want trained?
I think it was
Skill
called
focus.
distant advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to play to Handbook's 2 stuff, remember, added to your character to be able to use it.
Yeah.
So if you turn
Gain
that off,
combat advantage with ranged and area attacks against flanked enemies.
Yep.
That's a good feat.
Thank you for allowing me a feat in another book.
That's fine.
I suppose my thing didn't update properly. It says I'm still a level 1 cleric. This disappoints me. Fix that.
Oh yeah, the label. But that doesn't really matter.
It's important.
I don't believe in labels.
That works, okay.
Now
Oh,
you
it's-
need a short rest to fix it back up.
I don't know why. I clicked off that it shouldn't have an attack line, but it still wants an attack line.
Yeah, actually, my Shield of Faith is also an attack spell. That's been set up wrong. Let's go ahead and fix that.
I think
Edit
this should
mode,
work.
Shield of Faith. Let's make it so it's not an attack anymore.
Yes, the deep fried haggis ooze monster.
For example, one thing to check if you edit the thing, change it from power type from attack to utility.
Yeah, I just did. There we go.
Much better.
These just weren't written right. Right, that's the problem. Like mine's not a weapon thing. It doesn't use an implement.
What are you?
Targets allies. There we go.
All right. Are we getting ready to continue?
I
Getting
think so.
ready. Let me just check something.
First of all, we're getting ready to take an extended rest.
Nope.
But first, sleep.
Nope.
We all fall asleep on the
Sarlin's gonna do other stuff before we go to sleep.
All right.
Well, 1 second. My table.
I need my table to sleep. It keeps me company at night.
Yeah. How do you
Draw
understand?
us. You seem to be sitting on my table.
The table moved under me.
Yes, I'm sure it did.
Excuses.
All right.
Don't you all feel more powerful?
So Sarlin wanted to do something while the others were resting.
Yes, when night falls, he will sort of skulk around town and try to find anyone acting suspicious or sneaking about.
Okay.
Yes.
He can make a stealth check. All right, and then he can make a perception check.
Alright. Decent rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's got a perception, like my kind of perception, though, just like, I see right through that.
Alright, yeah.
All right. Yeah, he sneaks about town at night, and it is, to his mind, fairly quiet. He doesn't really see anyone moving about. Most people seems to be at home and resting or sleeping or being in the tavern.
Alright.
Yeah, he doesn't really see anything obviously suspicious. I mean, some people move about and stuff, but not that many.
Yeah, okay. Then he will head back and go to sleep.
All right. Well then, next next day then.
Thena's normal thing at dawn, immediately going out and finding somewhere if the chapel's not filled with funerals, of course, singing their
The chapel
not.
is not filled with funerals at the moment. No.
So the chapel will be filled with songs of prayer.
Yes.
Like it.
To Avandra, the Lady Luck.
Help, funerals.
Sarlin will ask for
Breakfast.
some food. Yeah, food.
Yeah, you get you get your breakfast like
You might want to
oatmeal,
actually apply the extended rest thing.
oatmeal and figs or whatever. Let's see here. Rest.
Make sure you don't make the table rest. That would turn up bad.
Table does deserve a rest too.
I think the bar needs a rest.
There you
And the
go.
cup. There you go. Yeah, I know some
Mm-hmm.
powers were still greyed out and stuff, so...
Mm-hmm.
I'll move myself over here. I'm in the chapel.
Good job.
Good job.
Your drawers can go
So-
speak to the wizard.
I would assume that we basically eat breakfast, wait for Fina to come back, and then we head out immediately because
Well, if
shit's
you guys
going
are...
down.
Unless you guys are waking up at dawn, I'll probably be back there before you have breakfast.
Well, I would assume we wake up quite early since we do have the day laid out for us.
A head
Have you ever tried
start
to
on
get your dwarf out
evil.
of bed? Doesn't quite work.
We are one with the stone.
Yeah, asleep. So what are they having breakfast there? Grillfish?
Sure, why not?
Game of cards.
More bloody card games. It's like, can we play something other than card games? God.
Sure. I mean, what would you like to play?
Let's play tag.
So while this apparent like frolicking is taking place inside a tavern.
We're waiting for people to finish their damn breakfast.
I'll finish.
Yeah, we're done. Let's go, I guess.
We're done. Let's go.
Yep.
Okay,
Flip the
mount the
table.
horses.
Flip the table. Fuck this shit.
Flip the table, then pick it up and take it with us.
Yeah.
I need this.
You know, what if we need to sit down and have a meeting like halfway through the mission?
Yeah, exactly.
I need this for a thing
Can't
I'm
do
doing.
that without a table. Have
Don't
sandwiches
worry,
all.
I'm sure my tent that's being carried comes with a table inside.
Yes, it does, and the dwarf is
that's why it's so
carrying
heavy.
it.
That's why it's so heavy, the table inside.